Hi guys, many of you have heard of the Death-dapter, a phrase often used by Big Clive on these adapters that you can get for converting UK into other plugs, such as this one, which is a European plug. But this one's a little bit different. This video is kindly sponsored by PCBWay. PCBWay are currently celebrating their 5th anniversary. SMT prototype boards assembled from just $30, along with savings of up to 25% off flex rigid and flex boards, up to 30% off advanced PCBs. Check them out in the description below. So what makes this one different and what was it used for? Well, this was a power pack for a computer mouse for the charging base. I think it was a Microsoft Explorer mouse, had it years. And when I purchased this one, it came with this power plug, which is obviously no good for the UK supply, and it came with this adapter here. Now, what's different about this adapter? Well, first of all, it certainly seems to meet the size requirements of a UK plug. Now, this is a standard UK plug. As you can see there, size wise, pretty much identical, so you're not going to have the issues you get with some of these adapters where you can get your fingers far too close to the pins. Secondly, the adapter is correctly sleeved. We've got the sleeving here for the live and neutral pins, and the earth pin on this one is just plastic, as this is a 2-pin adapter and does not have a earth connection. Now, secondly, we have got, or thirdly as it may be, we have got a fuse in this one, so we would expect that for a UK product, especially as these plugs don't have any kind of built-in fuse, not this type of adapter anyway. Now, the other things we've got on this is this sliding panel and this hole here. So the question is, what's going on? And the case is that you plug your pack into the adapter like so, and then there's actually a screw built in down here, and if we tighten that screw down, then it actually locks this in place, and it locks it in place really well. You have a hard time trying to pull that out. You'll most likely probably end up ripping the plug apart to do it. And then this is a flap, so because we've got this screw down here, that's a possibility of somebody poking something metal in there. Now, I don't know if that screw is actually connecting to any of the pins, but we will just do a quick check on the multimeter. Since they provided a way of blocking it off, you do wonder if there is actually access. So we'll just check that screw, and no. So that's just another extra safety measure they've implemented there. So when you actually plug this in to a socket, as you can see, the black part there pushes across, and then that effectively restricts your access to getting anything in there. There is a little tiny gap there, but that certainly is nothing to be majorly concerned of. It just depends how well it actually fits into the socket. Once it's pushed in all the way, very minimal gap there at all. So certainly an interesting style adapter. Not one I've seen before. I don't think I've come across any of these since having this one. I never really took much thought to it really. When it came, just plugged it in, tightened the screw and left it as it, and it's been like that for years. The only thing that would concern me with this one slightly is just its actual construction. When it's locked in place, it is pretty secure, but once you actually take that screw out, I'm not quite sure the reason behind it. I think it's just probably because it's old. Once that plug is removed, you can split that case. That could be a bit of an issue, obviously, if you've got this plugged in without something plugged into it, although it does specify, I think, that you shouldn't do that. And also, obviously, if you've got this plugged in, you've got direct access to the pins. So I'm not too concerned about that. But it may just be a thing of age. It is just held in with 4 clips there. So let's just see if we can pop it open and just have a look what's inside. So it does pop open quite easily, but I don't know about the bottom part. Okay, I've got that side out. see if we can get this clip out this side. I think it may be that the clips have worn over a period of time. This is not the recommended way of doing it. This might be a bit destructive. There we are, so we got that apart. So as you can see there, this is our little mechanism here, which covers up that screw hole for securing. And we can see here, if we look at this securing mechanism, so this appears to just be clamping the actual contacts in. So once you've got this in, that's going into spring-loaded contacts as you'd expect. And then once you're tightening this screw down, which is a bit awkward to do with it apart, that appears to actually be clamping over the pins itself. Yes, that clamps pretty well, and that stops you from removing the plug, and essentially stops you from gaining any access to the pins behind. And as you can see there, the holder for the fuse, which is on the other side. So overall, quite a safe plug mechanism as an adapter, apart from the fact that it's a bit flimsy construction, but does meet all the requirements of the time. I don't know how relevant some of these requirements are. So this is out of interest to anybody. Made by Europe, ug.com it says. So if you want to look that up, or made for ug.com. Like I say, this came with a Microsoft Explorer mouse I purchased many years ago. So there you are, just a quick video, guys, and hope you liked that one. Just an interesting look at a slightly more safer version of one of these adapters. If you've seen other versions of these ones about, do drop it in the comments. Be interested to know how popular they are, as you don't tend to get them when you buy a product with a foreign plug. You often just get a cheap one that doesn't meet any kind of UK standards and is certainly not safe to use. If you like the video, guys, please do give it a big thumbs up. That does help. If you dislike it, give it a thumbs down. Helps to know what my viewers are thinking of the videos. If you haven't subscribed already, please do click the button to subscribe. Click the little bell so you get emails when I upload new videos. I also support donations for a Patreon. Links are in the description below. I'll see you for the next one. Cheers, guys.